another trip, another snowblower issue. Just started getting the driveway cleared up, and this cable, or the spring on the end of the cable that turns the auger on and off, snapped. But I think we can fix it. So tonight they're calling for another foot of snow, so we had to fix it. This spring had a hook on it, hooks on there. Obviously it snapped off. But I think I can pull the spring out of the plastic, heat it up, and bend a new hook on there. Might not last forever, but hopefully get through this weekend. This old snowblower is like an old snowmobile. There's a direct correlation of 1-to-1 of time spent working on it to time running. Quench it in the snow. So I could lose an eye.
Yeah, I feel like this is a bad idea. Carson, you need goggles.
was so close. I don't know how much that could turn. I could heat the spring up and stretch it a little bit. But like, I think when that's hooked on there, it's going to stretch that spring out soon.
Yeah, but is it going to take your eye out in the middle of the driveway?
Well, you see me going in circles, you know what happened.
Stop. Uh-oh. Now we do. Hazel, stay over here.
Like I mentioned, the 1-to-1 ratio, that was what, 20 minutes fixing it? Ran for 20 minutes. Now there's something wrong with the transmission. The wheels keep locking up every couple minutes. So at least now we can get the truck down the driveway. Hopefully. Might never get it back up out of here, but we'll be here. We got enough food to last us for a few days. Then we eat the dog. It's a month's eating right there. Hey? Yep. So it's 7:30 at night. The snow hasn't started yet. I don't think it's supposed to hit till around 10ish. So we just finished some supper. I've been here trying to talk Kylie into eating some, what's that called? Fruitcake.
Gross.
Yeah. I like it myself. It's got every ingredient known to mankind in it.
Throwing it in my tea.
Kylie won't touch it. Anyways, we'll keep you updated on the weather. So it's starting to snow pretty good out here now. It's probably 2 or 3 inches already. Beautiful night. It was actually thunder and lightning a while ago with the snow. Something you don't see very often. So it's almost midnight. I just went up and gassed up the generator for a couple minutes, and I've already snowed right in right here. I'm going in the warm cabin and going to bed. So yeah, we got a solid foot of snow here this morning, or between last night and this morning. It's up to Hazel's undercarriage. Get the snowblower out and see what it can do. I'm worried sick that it's gonna give out before I get the driveway cleared.
Looks like another issue.
So this thing is completely seized up, the drivetrain. I think it's got something to do with the chains inside. Something's jammed somewhere. The wheels won't even turn at all. Of course, I'm up at the top end of the driveway. I drag it down to the shed. See if I can get it working. I gotta get it almost upside down and take the bottom off it. But of course the wheels won't turn, so you can't drag it very well. So I've got it sitting on the shovel like a slide. Just gonna drag it down the hill that way. Thankfully I did get this upper part of the driveway done. We should be able to get the truck out. Maybe. And then it's supposed to get bitter cold again tonight, and all this is gonna go stiff. So ideally I can get it all cleaned up today before it goes hard. 'Cause once it freezes, that's the way it's gonna be till the 1st of May. So it would be nice to get it all cleaned up today, but I don't know. This lower base plate has to come off so I can gain access to the drivetrain. I've got very limited tools here. I never even brought my socket set this weekend, but I do have some basic sockets here. We'll hope for the best. There's actually a chunk of a snake skin mixed in with old bits of belts. Okay, so I found problem number 1. This is obviously the wheel drive shaft. You see the chain? Chain must have been too loose. See, it's actually doubled back on itself. Can't get it to focus here. And jammed against that other shaft. Okay, step 1. I'm going to get that bushing back in there. Ah. Things like brand new. So that's falling apart. Tighten that up. Very optimistic here. We got that bushing back in. Got the chain freed up. Even got that shift fork back over, whatever that thing's called. This thing's mint. With any luck, we'll get another 20 minutes of runtime out of it. I think that little fork thing I put over the other little thingamabobber wasn't supposed to be over it. Now I have no reverse, and first gear is about 100 kilometers an hour. So I'm gonna take this back apart. Excuse me.
Where's your stick?
You see that little bit of yellow right there? That's the extension cord that powers the cabin. And if you're looking around there, you'll see the rest of it. So, that happened. So I'm thinking we might actually have to call this weekend a little early, sadly, and head home. Despite our setback with the wire going to the cabin, that's not a big deal. I could fix that. I was talking to some family back home down south, and they got the same snow load, but it's all wet and slushy. And tonight's going down to -10, so it's going to freeze solid in our driveway at home. And I just plowed the driveway with an ATV, so it won't be able to move it tomorrow morning. So I think we're going to go on home and try to get that cleaned up. Kind of sad, such a beautiful weekend up here, but Mother Nature's got other plans. Chance of this thing actually making it up the hill, 50-50.
parked it up there.
Anybody want a free cabin?
We should have stayed home this weekend.
Yeah. It's a weekend from hell right now. Okay, so we got the truck up the hill. That was a nightmare. And that weather is getting ferocious. Found some more of the extension cord. So I gotta deal with that mess, try to get it out of there, clean up the rest of the snow. 8 hours later, we finally got the snow all cleared up. Even back to the outhouse. Still a pretty evening, despite all our setbacks. Now we just got to carry the last little bit of stuff up to the truck and we're out of here. Kind of sad, kind of glad. So we're all loaded up, ready to get out of here before anything else can go wrong. Now we've got to drive home an hour and a half and do this all over again. Hopefully it goes a little smoother. We jokingly called this weekend a nightmare, and it was a lot of work. But at the end of the day, we know we're very fortunate to have this special place. A place where hard work also brings satisfaction. Satisfaction that we faced the issues at hand and conquered them. And in turn, that satisfaction brings happiness. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.